The BC Archives holds one of the most inclusive collections of women artists in all of Canada, and yet the collection is relatively unknown to the public. Veronica Cooper takes a look.
I find these works completely refreshing and unique and incredibly dynamic. They aren't represented in other museum collections, and therefore we have a unique story to tell about them.
India Young joined the Royal BC Museum staff just a year ago as curator of arts and images.
It's a huge collection that I work with, and so I was trying to find ways to get to know it better. In a typical art gallery or art museum collection, there might be about 10% women artists, and we have around 30% women artists.
And Young is determined to let the public know about that 30%.
As we know, the group of 7, all men, has dominated a lot of our national identity around the artistic culture of Canada. Canada has always encouraged women artists, and yet, as with so many things, women in the field tend to be under-recognized and underrepresented in exhibitions and in collections. I began a project with myself and with a team of volunteers. We've all begun to research the women artists in our collection, to build their stories and to create more robust biographies and to get to know them better. 2 particular artists struck me as being completely unique and wonderfully creative, and when I went to look into their work further, I realized that even our own collection information was scant. And their names are Katja Kranstover and Hilda Vince Foster. And if you look at the islands in the background, you can almost place yourself in that Gary Oaks meadow in Oak Bay.
Young is working with 6 volunteers on this project.
And it's great because it's a project volunteers can do online. It's been great to keep engaged with the volunteer community at the museum.
Young's research will lead to future publications about Canada's women artists and future exhibitions.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.